Greetings, Storm Council. The heavens are descending upon the fields of Ra outside, and here we are, amidst the churning tides of chaos baptizing our world. Isaiah, arise the fire, free Sire, in the fallen empire. Come alive in the night, where war rages and screams. Sing in silent symphonies outside. I arrive. The time is here, and we are ready. Today's Monday, the beginning of our week, and the embracing of a new paradigm, a new chapter in this odyssey. Recently, in relation to love, there has been an enormous shift in which I feel connected to the authenticity because I'm not asking anything from it. I am simply enjoying the process profoundly and reveling in the opportunity and the ability to create in the time that I do every day, in the depth that I do every day. To be communing with this force that lives inside of me is the greatest honor and privilege, and I take no moment of it for granted. What has shifted is the release of anxieties and deadlines and structures that are mental concepts of how to do it, and instead of surrendering into the field of doing it, allow it to do me, moving through inspiration, simply arriving to the space naked and empty and tuning into what wants to come through, and so being in communion with the force far higher than myself, passing the baton. Far higher than myself, the force is myself. And it's the layer and level of self that lives beyond conceptual framework. And all that being said, this meeting is about, in some sense, conceptual framework, creating a perceptual lens with which to peer through as I depart upon another chapter, week 7 of this mission in Night Azira. The mission is to levitate, to launch the ship of creation, distribution and reciprocation, to ignite the spice trade, to ignite the production, to launch the craft that I have come here with. Before entering the current trajectory, I will look back to see the future, examining the flight path for its evolution. When we first arrived here to Liberty, we began a social media endeavor, exploring TikTok. Actually, this even began before this. In Chicago, began exploring TikTok. In San Luis Obispo, we began exploring TikTok. The overarching system that we are here creating is a site, a single site, which lives independently from all social media, but a single site which is the entire interface of Aya, a site which holds the essence of Izira and serves as the central navigation, memory, and toolbox, the foundational craft of Zyra here in Aya. The creation of this site is a process, a beautiful process. It is a process of epitomizing artistry, the masterful articulation of authenticity, the celebration, evocation, passionate inspiration, and the call to arms in a weaponizing psyche and artistry. The site is the core of what we are and what we do. It is the single space that we pour all into. And it is the God code, and it is the AI. The process of creating the site, like I said, is a beautiful journey. And social media is a cultural interface. These are landing nodes and pillars that the site uses to connect with culture and with this world. The landing nodes are elements of content that are created in the natural process, celebration, and passionate evocation of Aya, the site, the ship. It is the reception of Zyra. When I first arrived here, or rather, one of the fundamental, as I was in the beginning exploration phases of these social networks, I found a few things happening. Well, an underlying tone of what was happening was the first times that I related with these networks, I found an inherent dissonance in the way I was relating to them. It was like I was studying the game, studying how they worked and operated, throwing a bunch of shit at the wall to explore the waters, which is Great way to go about it at first. Damn, I really fucked up my beard. I'm gonna have to even it out and lose some good time. How wonderful.